San Quentin News is the leading source of information on rehabilitation, public safety, and social justice. Real voices from the inside.
Welcome back inside San Quentin State Prison. My name is Steve Brooks. You're watching Criminal Justice News, a news broadcast that reports on rehabilitative efforts to increase public safety and advance social justice. On today's news, Governor Gavin Newsom has visited San Quentin State Prison to talk about his historic decision to turn San Quentin into a rehabilitation center. The governor came to an old PIA warehouse to hold a press conference among incarcerated people and local lawmakers, senators, assembly members, and CDCR professionals. He talked about this idea of donating an initial $20 million to build this building to scale up the programs here at San Quentin so more incarcerated people can be involved. Newsom called it the California model.
And I couldn't be more proud of all of you giving us this opportunity to do something at scale that we hope will be a model for the nation, a model for the world. That's our goal, that's our intention. It's not more complicated than that. We want to be the preeminent restorative justice facility in the world.
The details of what the California model will look like have not yet been revealed, but as the months go by, we will see more about this upcoming prison model. In other news here, 26.2 to Life, the San Quentin Marathon, a documentary film created by Christine Yu, has finally premiered here at San Quentin State Prison. The film follows the life of three 1,000-mile club runners here at San Quentin who are training for the annual marathon in November. The film showcases Rashawn New York Thomas, Markel the Gazelle Taylor, and Tommy Wickard. Two of the runners have since been released from San Quentin. Markel Taylor has been able to fulfill his dream of running the Boston Marathon twice, and Rashawn New York Thomas, famed Ear Hustle host, has also been released. The lives of these three men were followed as they trained to run for the annual San Quentin Marathon here, where they had to run around the track 105 times in order to complete the marathon. It also talks about the process of transformation and rehabilitation and some of the struggles they go through in prison as they prepared for this annual marathon.
I started running to stay focused on my main goals, and that's to get out, have my freedom. But while I'm here, stay focused on staying right, doing the right things, and the board.
I decided to put in something positive and not let these people think they right about me. Not let my son grow up thinking that his dad is a loser.
I'm hoping to survive the marathon on Friday. If you guys have 7 hours, you might just see that happen.
What started me running was I don't like sitting at tables talking about prison stuff. You hear the same stories, but it's just a different face. Been running for a year and a half. I've got 2,500 miles in. I lost over 55 pounds, and here I am.
There were moments in this film that were full of sadness, and there was also moments that were full of laughter and joy. The film has been touring the country with hopes of premiering in theaters across the United States soon.
Hello everyone. Today I'll bring you the result of this year's F-Expo, sponsored by Mount Tamalpais College, locally known as Mount Tam, or simply MTC. On February 26, 2023, the University of California, Santa Cruz brought their debate team inside San Quentin State Prison to challenge the home team, Mount Tam's incarcerated students. MTC coach Kathy Richards introduced the debaters and the judges. All respective coaches for both teams sat in the front row for the duration of this debate. The first ethical dilemma presented for debate is centered around the murder of Emmett Till in 1955. The two teams debated in front of a live audience of almost 100 incarcerated people, college faculty, and staff inside San Quentin State Prison's Garden Chapel. After an intense 90-minute debate, The audience erupted in a huge applause and cheers after the judges announced and declared unanimously San Quentin State Prison's Mount Tamalpais College debate team victorious.
Hi, I'm Quentin Chambers, San Quentin News media worker, here with your Criminal Justice News feature story. A program that is focused on the rehabilitation of men here at San Quentin called CRI, or California Reentry Institute, held its first graduation since before the COVID pandemic. This graduation is marking the end of a 24-month pre-release program that empowers, heals, and transforms people and supports reentry into society. The program also provides post-release care, including transportation, prepaid cell phones, clothing, groceries, and securing necessary documentation. The graduation was hosted by the Institute's founder, Colette Carroll, who has been volunteering here at San Quentin State Prison for 25 years. Director Carroll introduced Sam Vaughn, co-founder of CRI and an executive board member. "I call him my son from another mother," she said. Vaughn told the graduates, "We do not get to choose. We take what we get. The world does not understand what it's like to be in prison." He spent 10 years in prison, with some of that time here at San Quentin. Two standout CRI graduates, Bruce Fowler, who happens to be my neighbor, and Kevin Sample, who has always been an inspiration here on the yard, here at San Quentin, and every time I see him, he gives me encouraging words and offers something about my rehabilitation. He had this to say at the CRI graduation.
I would like to say that, and they've heard me say this before, that an engine is a lot of different parts working together to create movement. The parts may look different, but they work in concert. Together, we're like that as a team. You may do emotional intelligence, he may do anger management, but together, we create movement for a person to go from darkness to light, to go from bondage to freedom.
This is Criminal Justice News.
The California Prison Authority and the Last Mile also held its first graduation since before the pandemic. Over 50 residents were honored in this Last Mile graduation in the Protestant Chapel here at San Quentin. Graduates were from the Last Mile's computer coding and audio engineering program, as well as CalPIA's health facility maintenance, pre-apprentice construction, and furniture making programs. One of the highlights of the Last Mile graduation was the fact that family members actually had a chance to reunite with the graduates, family members that they haven't seen for a long time.
Man, and I broke down like a fraction, man, when I hugged Pops, man. I ain't seen him in a long time, so it's beautiful. I'm even thankful just, not even for what this is gonna do post-release, man, but just the fact that they made it possible for my family to come up here and see what I'm doing, you know what I mean? Like, talking to them and telling them about everything over the phone is one thing, you know, and sometimes things get taken as just jail talk or, you know, just popping it, but I'm really in here grinding for freedom, and I've made a change, so I really want them to see that that change is genuine. So for them to come get a small snippet of that, man, I'm really grateful, man. It's been a blessing.
Man, this program has shown me a whole new light and a whole new way as far as moving forward in life, period. It taught me how to solve problems, use critical thinking skills, and use community building tools as well.
Our congratulations to all the graduates. Kudos on going after your rehabilitation and doing all you can do to be ready for reentry into society. Thank you.
CCJN Sports. San Quentin.
Hey everybody, this is Tim Hicks, the San Quentin sports editor of the San Quentin News. I got some good news for you today. The openers have started and the seasoners have begun for the sports programs here inside the prison. In earlier news though, the San Quentin Warriors had to play the Golden State Warriors, who was on a hiatus after a long time being gone. They came in here and stomped on our boys though, making their record 5-3 right now, right? But after the game, they teamed up with longtime volunteers, Bill Epling and Don Smith of the Prison Sports Ministries, and donated over 100 and some shoes to the sports program, giving the dudes some good nice shoes to play in, them Steph Currys and some of them Dwayne Wades and all of them type of shoes that dudes was able to play in at practices and in games with.
Yeah, no, we'd love to participate in the program here, and given the shoes is just a tangible demonstration of where our heart is, but what we're really much more about is coming in, having fellowship with the men, showing them the love of Jesus, and just doing what we can to build relationship and to help as part of the rehabilitation process.
Well, I'm always excited to be here. This program is, I say over and over, this program is good for everyone who participates. It's good for our inmate friends here, the volunteers that we bring in. It's good for them to use their basketball or football or baseball skills for something significant and meaningful. So it's a program that's good for everyone, and I love being a part of it.
This is Tim Hicks, the sports head of the San Quentin News. Stay tuned.
Hi, my name is Carlos Duroyet, and I'm a staff writer for San Quentin News. Thank you for watching Criminal Justice News.